What is up, everyone? My name is Binmuel Frampton, aka Samuel Howe, and today we have an assortment of chocolates in front of us. We have Lindt brand, we have Ghirardelli brand, and we have Hershey's brand. Hershey's here is really well known for their milk chocolate in specific. So we got a milk chocolate bar. Out of all these brands, we're looking for the milk chocolate, the white chocolate, and the dark chocolate kinds to test to see like the whole gradient. We're just trying to see if they can hold up to the quality standard. I'd say I've got some pretty high hopes for Ghirardelli. But yeah, we're going to try all of these chocolates and we're going to compare what these taste like. For Hershey's, we've got cookies and cream, milk chocolate, and special dark nuggets, just because they were out of special dark chocolate bars, and this is probably the closest we're going to get to Hershey's white chocolate. But anyway, after we're finished taste testing all of these, I've got a special surprise at the end that I'm going to try. Okay, we're going to start with good old Hershey's as a control test. This is supposedly the worst kind of chocolate. And of course I'm holding the cookies and cream, but from what I've heard, the cookies and cream has been worse rated than the actual milk chocolate itself. So we're gonna open this like this. We're gonna Okay, I honestly don't see where most of the criticisms come from. It's sweet, tastes like generic white chocolate. It's admittedly a little bit sweeter than I'd like from any kind of chocolate, really. But hey, as a quick snack, this works fine. There are like little Oreo bits inside or whatever that really complement the white chocolate taste. Now we're gonna try the Lindt white chocolate. It's just generic white chocolate bar. Lindt, in my experience, has been a pretty good chocolate brand. They've held up with their kind of chocolate and stuff like that, and I think this milk chocolate has malt in it, so that'll be interesting. But I've had good experiences with Lindt, so I am pretty enthusiastic about this. And as you can see, it reveals a white chocolate bar that's tiled into little Lindt pieces. One thing about Lindt is it's always been very solid. Like, their chocolate does not melt easily. Sometimes we use this for s'mores, but it stays crunchy the whole way through. I mean, I would probably be more comfortable putting Lindt chocolate in my pocket and keeping it there than any of these other chocolates, to be honest. Alright, let's try the white chocolate, shall we? So that's still really kind of sweet, but it's a lot more defined of a flavor than Hershey's is. It's less sweet than the cookies and cream Hershey's, of course, but it's like you can actually make out some details and stuff. It's got a much deeper, bolder flavor. Alright, we've tried 2 out of 3 of the white chocolate kinds, and now all we have left is the Ghirardelli white chocolate. So we're going to open this up, and oh, look at this. Ghirardelli's got their tinfoil as well. It's got a whole recipe inside too. It's a much larger squares, if you can see that. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like 8 squares, as opposed to the other one that was like probably 24 or something. I'm just gonna take a little chunk out of that as a sample, and I'd say my expectations are pretty high for Ghirardelli, but I'll try it. Whoa! That is so much different than the other ones. It has so much of a different taste than the other ones. It's like if this was popular, this was less popular but better. This would be the hidden secret that nobody knows about. Ghirardelli has blown away white chocolate. And honestly, this makes me really excited for the milk chocolate, to be honest. Like, those two kind of tasted the same, but this one just takes it in an entirely different direction. Now we have to judge, because Hershey's definitely did taste like white chocolate, just not as refined. Lindt took that flavor and like added depth and detail to it, and it tasted a lot better in my opinion. Ghirardelli went their own unique route, and then they just went with it. It tastes so good, but it does not taste like white chocolate. It tastes like some other kind of candy. So, as much as I love Ghirardelli, I think the Lindt chocolate is probably gonna have to win the white chocolate round. It's just more refined and it tastes like white chocolate. Ghirardelli white chocolate just doesn't taste like white chocolate. Now we are moving on to the milk chocolate round. We have Lindt, Ghirardelli, and Hershey's, of course. So we're gonna try Hershey's first. This is the proclaimed worst chocolate in the world. Some people have gone as far as to say this tastes like vomit. This tastes like the worst thing they have ever had. I have tried it. I think, you know, there's a lot of better chocolate out there, but hey, this is the standard. This is what people do for s'mores when they don't have more money or care that much. So we're gonna try a little piece of Hershey's milk chocolate. It tastes just like whenever you sneak a piece off of the picnic table next to the fire pit and you sneak it back into your tent. Just like that. This tastes like memories by the fire. It just does not taste good. If I had to pick a chocolate, it would not be that one. But, you know, this is what a lot of people have come to know as milk chocolate. This Hershey's milk chocolate bar. And then we are going to try Lindt milk chocolate. This is Lindt milk chocolate, and I'm going to try it. It tastes like when it melts in your mouth, it has more of the shape of a flavor. You can make out more of its presence in your mouth. It's like there until it's gone. Whereas the Hershey's chocolate just tastes like somebody threw sweetness and overloaded your senses. Just threw it into your mouth and you're waiting for it to be gone. As much as I fear the verdict being the same for Hershey's and Lindt as the last one, I will have to say, so far I'm liking Lindt more, but we can't make conclusions until we've tried, of course, the Ghirardelli milk chocolate bar. Of course, I found this in the baking section, so I don't have extremely high hopes for how it's going to taste. And you know, they do all sorts of combinations like caramel chocolate, milk chocolate with caramel in it. But this is just the Ghirardelli milk chocolate bar. Oh no, it's been snapped. That's not good. We will take a piece off, of course. This small little triangle piece, how about that? What the heck? Oh, I gotta try a bigger piece. That actually tastes almost exactly like the Lindt chocolate. Like it tastes nothing like Hershey's chocolate. Lindt chocolate and this Ghirardelli chocolate tastes nothing like the vomit that is Hershey's chocolate. But I have to say, Ghirardelli, they haven't really gone anywhere with this. It just tastes exactly like Lindt. Of course, I think Lindt has a more, like, you know, Lindt takes the cake for the bold presence in your mouth and everything. It tastes crazy. If you give me a blind taste test between Lindt and Ghirardelli, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. For the milk chocolate contest, out of all three brands I've tried, Lindt would probably have to take the cake. But this may or may not have something to do with our last special piece. So I don't think we can reason out the winner for this just yet. Alright, here we are in the last round, the dark chocolate round. We have Lindt dark chocolate, we have Ghirardelli dark chocolate, and we have Hershey's special dark. This Lindt dark chocolate is 85% cacao. This Ghirardelli dark chocolate is 86% cacao. And I'm not even sure Hershey's has their special dark stuff, which is probably supposed to appeal to everyone, but first we're going to try the Hershey's Special Dark Nugget. By the way guys, I'm kind of sorry that this video isn't ASMR, but also not, because as much as I enjoy making those videos and as much as like some of y'all enjoy watching the ASMR ones apparently, I just don't feel like I want to go into ASMR territory, right? And we're going to try the Hershey's Special Dark Nugget. Wow. It feels like if milk chocolate, if Hershey's milk chocolate is up in the sunlight and dancing around, Hershey's dark chocolate has got to be just like walking down into a dark, cold cellar. Assuming sugar is light in this instance, I guess, and sweetness is light. It's just like shedding the light. It's not completely lost, of course. You know, it's still sweet. You still probably want another one after you finish this one. So, I don't know. It's not terribly good. So I hear that milk chocolate has like 16% cacao or something. I could be wrong. Going off of that logic, 85% cacao means it's really dark. And it was a 90% cacao, but I just assumed that meant more dark, so that, among other reasons, prevented me from getting it. But anyway, now we're trying Lindt Excellence 85% cacao dark chocolate bar. Open this right up, and of course it's got the usual tinfoil wrapping. I wonder how much a phone that was this big would cost. That would be a pretty cool phone, I think. I mean, of course, it depends on the people designing it. But no, for now, it's just chocolate. I'm gonna try it. My mom gets these from the store, unironically. It's her snacking chocolate. I don't know why. This tastes like you're sinking in a puddle of cocoa powder at midnight and it's like freezing outside, right? You're just groping in the air in desperation. But it's just, there's no forgiveness. You're freezing cold, you're getting eaten alive with this cocoa powder. And you're just grabbing on for anything to try to get you out of this mess. But ultimately you swallow it up. But yeah, look at that. It says full-bodied cocoa flavor. I don't know if you see that, but that is an enlightening experience. Alright, last but definitely not least, we have the Ghirardelli 86% dark chocolate bar. I said this before, but I kind of have high hopes for Ghirardelli. Ghirardelli 86% cacao. Whoa. Whoa. That tastes so much more waxy. Alright y'all, I'm back. My camera died for a second and I was actually finishing up and I realized it had stopped recording. So anyway, I was reviewing this bad boy, the Ghirardelli dark chocolate, and it doesn't taste like you're drowning in cocoa powder. It tastes like you're going down into the cellar, right? You still got some of that sweetness and stuff, some of that guiding flavor, but it feels like you got shivers down your spine. You're losing your body heat or something, you know? It's got like a thick stripe of flavor, whereas this just has very, like, all over the place kind of flavor. But anyway, as you can see, we've tried all of these different chocolates today. Yeah, we tried the dark chocolate, and actually, I haven't formed a verdict on the dark chocolate. Because honestly, Hershey's is a good contender here. Because me not being a massive fan of dark chocolate, I have to choose between these three kinds. Ghirardelli has a kind of more refined flavor than Lindt does, but Lindt is still really expeditious. But Hershey's just feels like you're dipping your toes into the dark chocolate kind of thing. And me, myself, I like more sweet things like the milk chocolate. If I was into dark chocolate, I would probably pick Ghirardelli. But me, as I am, I'd probably have to go with the Hershey's kind. This is the only time Hershey's will have won, just because I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate. For dark chocolate, Hershey's takes the cake. No, you think that would be all, but I still have the special surprise. Right here, we have Cadbury Dairy Milk. Cadbury is a European company, I'm pretty sure. You may recall I went to Italy earlier this year and I saw Cadbury stuff all over the place. But right here we have Cadbury Dairy Milk. It's Cadbury's milk chocolate, and I don't know. This stuff is not very common, so I think it's got the potential to blow all of these out of the water. Alright, this is already open because I did already test this, but the camera wasn't recording, so we don't have to worry about that. So, try another little piece. Wow. So the sweetness is very refined, and the milk chocolate taste is still there, but it's like minimized. It's like just like in the background, while this very like smoky, sort of husky, and of course right here it says it's got a velvety touch. And I guess that just reminds me of smoke up my nose or something. Not necessarily velvet, you know what I mean? Oh wow, that is very unique. I don't think I've tried chocolate that has that pungent of a taste. Anyway, that leads us back to the milk chocolate area. Which of these would I choose to, like, I don't know, eat for the rest of my life or something? We ruled out that these two are basically the same. This one is just out of the question. It's so bad. Hershey's did such a good job on everything but the main thing that they make. That leaves us with these two that are kind of samey, and then of course this one that's just really unique. But I would probably in the end honestly have to choose Lindt. This bad boy takes the cake for milk chocolate. Of course, this is all just my personal preference. Go out, try what you want, and see if it tastes good to you. You could try all of these chocolates that I've tried here, and then decide you don't like what I like, but that's perfectly fine. You do you. And I think that is it for this video. I still think I'm kind of split though in the white chocolate section, because these don't taste bad. They've got a really, like, I love the texture of the cookies and cream sort of thing they have going on. But for white chocolate, I would have to pick this, and that's what we're ruling out for. Comment down below if you want me to do a part 2, because I can definitely do a part 2, given how many different kinds of chocolates are at the store. Yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. I really did enjoy trying out these chocolates and, you know, coming up with words to describe how they taste. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And I think without further ado, I will see you all next time.